Frida, and welcome back to Maddie Road Center Friday Art Studios. It's good to have you here, and welcome back. This is our first video of 2021 of this series, and it's good to have you here. And it's nice to meet you if I haven't met you. This project that I'm going to do is going to be a digital mood board. So my medium is more digital, but you could join along and do a physical one, get a poster board, go get your magazines and start collaging, but I'm going to do a digital collage, digital mood board, and here we are. The main things that we will be using is Photoshop Mix. We're going to be using other editing apps like maybe Visco or... yeah, those are my main two, but you could use the apps that you have and, go ahead and use them. But our main one is going to be Photoshop Mix, and I am currently sunbathing. If you're wondering why it is so bright and why I decided to use this grand lighting, I am currently sunbathing. This project is going to be using a lot of self-reflecting, and it's just a me time type of project, so that's why I'm here sunbathing. It just gives me so much peace and joy and just a time to relax and soak it all in. It's truly where I am happiest. So I have a journal in front of me because we will be journaling and reflecting. So you could go right ahead and get your journal because we will be using it. This past year I know was tough, and I'm not going to say the year because I know it's probably a trigger word for some people. I don't want to bring back the horrors and just memories of that year. So this past year was tough on all of us. It hit me pretty hard in my family. But it was a grand year in general for me. Like, there was so much healing and learning and just greatness that came out of the year for me. Like, although it was bad, it was a good year for me. Like, this was the year that I think I grew the most and learned the most, which is amazing, and that's beautiful. Healing is beautiful. So yeah, there's a lot of habits that are good that I gained this past year that I want to keep continuing on, Yeah, take this time to journal. Write down keywords that you want to focus on for this 2021. It's crazy saying that year. Think about the life that you want. Think about the person you want to become and who you want to be, how you want the world to be. This is going to be a little bit of like manifesting. One of the main things that I think people don't realize is that our voice and our minds are so powerful. Like, just the power they have within itself is amazing. Like, it blows me away. That's why writing down things and saying your affirmations is so powerful and just an amazing thing to do. So that's what we'll be doing today. Go out there, go outside. Maybe not, it's kind of cold here. That's why I'm sunbathing inside. But yeah, go to your happy place, to the place where you maybe pray or meditate, and get your journal and start journaling and start reflecting. So I'm going to start writing down just keywords that I envision for my 2021 and for my life. Let's get started. Okay, so now we are gonna get started, and like I said, we are using Photoshop Mix. So let's open that. And here I have already uploaded some images. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Like I said, I wrote down keywords, and those keywords will help you in being able to find images and different things that you want in your vision board. I am gonna name these layers. Alright, so to name them, if you have watched my previous video, I have shown you how to do this. You just tap on the layer and click right there, and then you name it. So I'm just gonna put body of water. I'm gonna have more layers in this, but this is kind of where I want to start off. I really don't know what I want my background to be, so I want to start off with cutting myself out. And if you have watched my previous videos, you know how to do this. You should probably be a pro already. If you haven't done this, I will show you. So we are just going to be cutting out myself. I don't want the background, so I don't want the white wall. All right, so we're gonna do auto, and we're gonna zoom in, and you can see there's some edges, so we're gonna clean that up. We do add, so you could zoom in and really get in there. Okay, but I mean, I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. And now I don't know what I want. Maybe make myself smaller. And the reason why I chose this background is I don't know. I see myself leaving the nest maybe like a year or two, and I want to move where there's mountains and where it's sunny and where there's a lot of greenery, where there's water and cactuses. Just reminds me of home, and I can't really go home, so that's why I chose this background. And the rainbow just adds just that spice. Cut out this sun. Okay, so I'm low-key liking how this is looking, but let's see how this other background looks. You see what sucks about this not being live is that I can't ask you guys for your opinion, but I guess you could comment. But then I also like that. I think it gives off two different, actually it kind of gives off the same vibes. You see, I like this background because it also features the greenery and body of water. Water is very important, not only to me but to everyone and all things that are living. I'm just gonna play around with it and see what I can do with the different blending styles. Okay, so for a while you will see me playing around with the blend feature and just playing around with the overlays and all the different layers. This is where you could really experiment and just play around with all these blending features. I mean, you could create some really awesome and amazing stuff, and I think this is my favorite part, is just like playing around with it. Here I just duplicated myself 3 times and I'm just like, you know, having at it, just playing around with it. I think I should have stuck with this, but I ended up just using one layer of myself. This orb is a James Turrell, and if you haven't seen his work, look it up. It's just, I really love his art. It's just pieces of light, and then there's me. And I think I want to stay with this because I kind of like that I am a part of the scenery. So I am one with the trees and the body of water and then the sun. Now mine is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to add words that I want to embody for this year and for the rest of my days. But we're mainly focusing on 2021. Okay, so I've been playing around with this photo and I changed the tint of the orb, so now it is blue, but I'm gonna keep playing around and now adding text. Yeah, one thing that I want to do is be as connected as I can with the earth and with my own body and with everything around me, but mostly with the earth and myself. I want to be in tune, you know, and not only because of, you know, spirituality, but I think it's important to know yourself and what you're putting in your body and what's reflecting out of it. how you come out to others, and I just want to be someone who, I don't know, and who embodies light and love and kindness. And yeah, that's how I came to this concept that I have going on. Okay, so now to explaining what I am doing. As you can see, I'm just cutting out and placing my words. This is just handwritten words that I wrote down in my journal when I was self-reflecting. As you recall, that's the first step. And this is what I mentioned in the beginning, so hopefully you did that. And I just am using what I wrote down in my journal. I took a picture of it and cropped it, and now I'm putting it in the water. And the reason why I put it in the water is because water is reflective, so it's like the words are reflecting back to me, you know. I just like the way that it looked, so I'm just placing them and deciding where I want them to go. Like I said, the water. Okay, so we're almost done. Now I'm adding a passage from one of my favorite books, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And this is a passage in the book, and I just always resonated with it, and I've always liked it since I was in high school, when the first time that I read it. And I am just placing it above me. I realized that there was a lot of blank space in the top, so I thought this would be a good place, and it's always good to go back and read it. Okay, so I'm pretty happy where I am right now, and I'm gonna finish. So I saved my project and I opened it in Visco. I spent a lot of time on this project. You can't tell because this video is edited, but I spent a lot of time on it. It took me a while to get here, and that's just the process of creating something. And this is the final product, and I hope you enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed this. It was good to self-reflect and just sit down with myself and my thoughts. And this is my final product. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and this process of just reflecting and envisioning a year for you, envisioning a life for you. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do this project, please tag us and use our hashtag. I would love to see your projects. This is a great way to kick off the year. I love doing this alongside with you. So yeah, I hope you have a grand year. I hope this year is good to us. So yeah, if you want to get out of this, we have to work together and continue doing our part of staying safe and socially distancing, wearing a mask, staying home and not traveling. Please stop traveling to foreign countries. I hope this year is good to you all. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next week. So thank you. I'm Miss Frida, and it's been a good time. Have a good one.